welcome to the Château d'Eau airfield in the heart of France, known for its classy ambience and well-preserved historical monuments. For the 28th FAI World Aerobatic Championships, the unique and stunning aerobatic competition. The 60 best aerobatic pilots in the world, coming from 18 different countries, will compete during 9 days for the most prestigious of all aerobatic titles. This competition gathers the creme de la creme of pilots from around the world, and its title Unlimited category says it all. The astonishing flying skills of these elite sky athletes will amaze you. So get ready and fasten your seatbelt for an action-packed and adrenaline-filled display of extreme flying. French Aeronautical Federation and its Vice President Jean-Luc Charon are eager to host the FAI World Aerobatic Championships, as France is one of the key players in this discipline, also because of their unique ambiance.
Ce qui est vraiment sympathique, alors dans la compétition, c'est l'esprit des pilotes. Déjà entre eux, c'est extrêmement amical. Quand ils sont au manche de leur avion, ils se battent très fort, mais au sol, il y a vraiment une atmosphère sympathique entre eux. Mais ça existe sur toutes les compétitions internationales. En revanche, ici, au sol, ce qui est sympathique, c'est le mélange des genres. Vous avez un camp militaire américain qui correspond à l'histoire de cet aérodrome, qui était la plus grande base américaine hors des États-Unis au moment de la guerre froide. C'est les amphicabines où les gens peuvent monter dans des avions et on les laisse monter dans des avions, ils sont accompagnés par un pilote. C'est les stands de l'armée de terre et de l'armée de l'air, et c'est tout ce mélange des genres qui fait que le grand public y trouve son compte.
During the last World Championships in Texas in 2013, France won 4 titles, individual team, male and female. This year, the French team is partially renewed, as François Levent, the French reigning world champion, is not participating in this year's competition. It will be up to the rest of the team, like Michael Bergel, Alexander Orlowski and Oliver Masserel, the French 2015 champion, to fight for victory. The French team can expect plenty of stiff competition from the very experienced Russian team, composed of many aerobatic world champions, as well as from the American team that ended second in Texas and surely wants to take revenge. In the individual category, the recently crowned European champion Castor Fantova from Spain is also a favourite, as well as the Russian multiple champion Mikhail Madistov. Another name to look out for is Gerald Cooper from Great Britain. The number 3 of the last World Championships and one of the best freestylers in the world, is always a key contender. In the female category, Aude Lemordin, the French defending world champion, will be challenged by Svetlana Kapanana from Russia, who was crowned overall world champion 7 times, and by the American outsider Melissa Pemberton, who finished 4th during the last World Championships. All these world-class champions are now set to battle and will have to perform the flights of their lives in France if they want to take the FAI World Championship title. So, don't miss it. Aerobatic competitions are based on the same principle as those of figure skating. The objective is to make a defined number of flying manoeuvres in front of a jury that rates the performance. The FAI World Championships consist of 3 categories: known, free and unknown. During the 9 days of competition, pilots can score in each of these categories to 4 programs. And who gets the highest total score walks away with the world title. All eyes are on Castor Fantova, 49, the reigning European champion from Spain.
I think every boy has been looking up the sky and say, oh, it would be fantastic if I could fly. No, it was something that was always inside me. For me, the championship is very special because my first international competition out of Spain was in France as well, was in Muret in 2000. So its perspective is absolutely different. I was a rookie there, and here it's 15 years later. No? My goal in this competition, of course, is the maximum. I would love to win, but the other teams, like the French team especially, the American team and the Russian team as well, they are flying very, very strong, very accurate, so it's going to be difficult. Of course, goal is the maximum, but, well, we need a little bit of luck as well.
31-year-old Melissa Pemberton from the USA is a rising star in the world of aerobatics and will be challenging the champion.
I actually have a pretty unique introduction into aviation. My grandmother is a pilot, and I grew up flying with her. She had a Cessna 150 Aerobat that you can do basic aerobatics in, so I did my first aerobatics as a child with my grandmother. My grandpa ended up teaching me how to fly, and while in school I continued in competition aerobatics. I got introduced into the air show world, and I mean, 11 years later, that's still what I'm doing. So I guess I just got the bug for aerobatics. I came 4th place 2 years ago in the United States, so I would love to podium. Of course, we always want to strive for gold, but you know, there's some good competition, a lot of very, very good ladies out there, so it should be a fun contest.
Francis Barros from Brazil will be flying in Chartres in his splendid Extra 330 SC.
I was really lucky when I was a kid, when I was a child, to have an air club around. And fortunately, I found very good pilots, and I was able to see an aerobatic airplane flying. So this inspired me, and I think more or less what everybody's doing here is try to reach a perfection in the state of art of flying and inspire. To be the only Brazilian in this contest has good things and bad things involved. The good thing is that I am very proud to be here representing my country, but on the other hand, it's really bad because I cannot grow up as a team as some others can. But I try always in my life to be very optimistic, and the good thing is that I'm making friends. So I think more or less we are in the same family. We are not a lot of pilots that reach this level of skills and techniques, so I am making friends, and that's really good. And there's no way how to describe how good it is to do something that you just love.
Well, to crown the future world champions, we have this year in Chartres 9 international aerobatic judges from different nationalities, like the coordinating head judge, John Gaylord.
The first thing from a chief judge's point of view is safety. Then we worry next about the quality of flying. We've seen some very nice flying. I mean, we do have the top aerobatic pilots in the world. It's World Championship. Even some of the pilots finishing at the very bottom, we decided they could fly again in the next program because basically they were safe.
Il est évident que l'attention soutenue qui est réclamée de la part des juges pour suivre un programme nécessite de l'aide pour ce juge. Il ne peut pas à la fois regarder le programme, regarder les avions et mettre les notes. Donc il a besoin d'un assistant qui va lui énoncer les figures, qui va lui décrire les figures qui arrivent, ce qui fait que le juge reste fixé, a le regard fixé sur l'avion, il ne regarde pas le programme. Et ensuite il y a le secrétaire qui va noter tout ce que dit le juge.
Trick of a really good pilot, even in high wind, is to keep the sequence within the box and not go out. The performance zone, the box, is a kilometre cube, and it's displaced 120 metres above ground level. And every time the pilot leaves the box, we have confirmation individually, and this really, as they say, sorts out the men from the boys.
The biggest action sports festival is back in Malaysia, Langkawi, for its second year.
You see the crowd behind me? They have come out in droves.
Packed with extreme entertainment.
Let's check out the beach.
Skateboard, BMX, wakeboard, inline skate and mountain bike. Catch up with the world's best athletes. Feast World Series Malaysia 2015 on Edge Sport. Unpredictable winds and rollers. Teams and racers from all over the world descend to battle for the championship.
We scratch, we claw, we do whatever it's got to take.
All allies joining new teams and all rivalries resurfacing.
We fight all day to win the championship.
Are you ready? F1 H2O Powerboat Championship on Edge Sport. Start the year with a bang this January on Edge Sport. No brakes, no gears, and no fear. Featuring the world's best speedway riders. Teams and racers from all over the world descend to battle for the championship. Are you ready? World champions are back to defend their world title. An annual event that draws up to 45,000 people in this 4-day festival. Start the year with a bang this January on Edge Sport.
So phase 1, the known program begins. Its fixed program is the same for all pilots and is published 6 months in advance so the pilots can be perfectly trained. Also known as Q program for qualifying, this classic flight program is composed of 9 compulsory figures that must be performed in sequence and is judged on the precision with which each is completed. The figures are taken from the official AEROBATIC catalogue that represents the precise form of the manoeuvre to be flown. Czech pilot Peter Kofferson will fly now in his known sequence and will be talked through the action by his countryman and air race pilot Martin Sonker.
It's the very first flight of the whole competition, and he starts with his first figure, hammerhead, and now going to be 3/4 negative. Very nice, precise. A little wobble on at the end of the rotation, but okay. Now tail slide, 2/4.5. Maybe a little too rush, but precise. It's okay. Tail slide negative. Good one. Yeah. And 1.5. Roll. Very good vertical, very good precision. So next figure, 1/4 and 3/4 negative. A little over, but yeah, maybe 10 degrees over rotated. It's pity, but otherwise very good figure. And we're now full positive, nice, a little over again, but just a little bit. But the speed of rotation was good, very fast snap roll. 3/4, he decided to go away from the judges. Very good, 1.25 vertical roll. And there it's going to be spin now. A little bit like, yeah, we'll see what the judges saw during the spin. Now half positive. I think there could be a little bit more pitch. I don't know, but we are looking from different angle than the judges, so actually we can see some mistakes, and sometimes you know, judges doesn't see them, and they don't see them, and vice versa. So it's difficult to judge from this position where we are now. Rolling circle, I think all right. 1/4 upwards. And full positive snap roll on the line down. It's like started to rotate maybe a little bit sooner than there was a pitch, but hopefully from the judge's position it was correct. Negative snap roll. Yes, very good, very nice. Single roll. And the last figure of the sequence. Now it's about like drawing nicely the curve of the figure, the circle, then 3/4 positive, and 1 1/4. And job is done. So very good flight, I think. Little mistakes, but hopefully not a big one.
After the known program comes the free section. The pilots have a chance to show off their skills. They choose 9 figures from the catalogue. The more daring and accurate the sequence is, the higher the score. It's followed by the most difficult section of the competition, the free unknown category. 10 countries drawn randomly choose 1 figure each. With these 10 figures, every country designs its own created sequence. The pilots choose the one they think they can perform best. The competitors want to show their full potential. You can't train for it. Memorization, concentration, and a strong sense of anticipation are required. Anticipation and physical preparation.
The flying, if you think of it, it's quite an aggressive workout. So you need to warm up before you get into it, or you can cause injury, you know, your shoulders, your neck. So I try to just do anything to stretch out, warm up my body. I like to get myself upside down, get that blood rushing to my head before I do that first hard negative G. So really just anything to get my body ready before this airplane throws me around.
Not only the mental and physical preparation is important, but also the perfect control of the facets of the engines. So what's the difference between an aerobatic plane and an airliner?
Alors, la différence entre un avion utilitaire entre guillemets et un avion de voltige, c'est le rapport poids-puissance. Les avions de voltige sont souvent très légers et très puissants pour avoir des performances au-dessus de la norme. Ensuite, leur solidité, c'est-à-dire qu'ils sont certifiés pour répondre à une accélération énorme. Un avion standard utilitaire est certifié jusqu'à 2,4 G, c'est-à-dire qu'il peut supporter 2,4 fois son poids. Ceux-là sont certifiés à plus de 10 G. On utilise des matériaux modernes, le carbone, qui remplace de plus en plus ce qu'on utilisait avant, le bois. La plupart des fuselages sont en métal, en tube, et avec une aile carbone, des commandes de vol carbone, et il y a même des avions ici qui sont complètement carbone. Par exemple, les SBAR allemands sont des avions complètement carbone. Les extras allemands sont fuselages tubulaires métalliques et aile carbone. La différence de cet avion, c'est un Sukhoi russe, donc, de conception très militaire, Il est plus lourd, il fait plus de 700 kg, mais compensé par la différence de puissance, évidemment. Ces machines-là font 315 chevaux pour à peu près 600 kg. La vitesse maxi, c'est 405 km/h et ils encaissent plus 10 moins 10 au niveau accélération maxi. La vitesse de rotation de ces avions-là en roulé, c'est-à-dire autour de l'axe de tangage, comme ça, dans ce sens-là, c'est 400 degrés secondes. Pour faire un tonneau complet qui représente 360 degrés, c'est un petit peu moins d'une seconde. Donc vous imaginez un petit peu la réactivité de ces machines. Donc les pilotes présentent leur vol à un jury, ils sont jugés sur des critères géométriques. Pour bien savoir leur position par rapport à l'horizon, ils utilisent ce qu'on appelle un triangle qui est en modèle. Vous pouvez voir les 45 degrés montants, 45 degrés descendants, ventre, dos, la verticalité et l'horizontalité. Tous les angles remarquables sont sur ce triangle. Et ils utilisent ça positionné par rapport à l'horizon pour savoir où ils en sont.
So where does the competition stand now? The third program, the free unknown, is nearly finished with a nice flight from Melissa Pemberton. She's made some tiny errors that the judges can't miss at this level of competition. Nevertheless, the 31-year-old pilot finishes in third place in the female category. Svetlana Kapanina passed her first 2 programs very successfully. She begins her flight on their Sukhoi with 3 wing rocks. That lets us know that she's starting her free unknown sequence with 1/4 roll on 90 degrees upline, followed by 3/4 roll combined with a beautiful spin roll. Very accurate and precise. With this performance, she keeps her second place on the podium. Already finished first among the women for the first 2 programs. She's pushing herself out of her machine for the free unknown flight. Snap roll, half roll. With this outstanding performance, and look at that perfect spin roll, she's keeping her first place on the podium for the overall female ranking. Among the men, Castor Fansoba from Spain flying a magnificent Sukhoi, who's getting ready for his free unknown sequence. The Daredevil pilot will surely fill the skies with amazing figures. 90 degrees down line with 2 half rolls. This filling portion, Fantoba is posing with that in the first place on the podium. He ends up now at 3rd place in the men's overall ranking. Mamastov is a very experienced pilot, having participated in his first international competition nearly 20 years ago. Look at his amazing manoeuvres on his going extra 330. He finished 2nd in the unknown program and 4th in the free program. Spin roll. A beautiful curve, very precise. So with the last program, Mamastov finishes in 2nd in the overall rankings. Captain Alexander Arlaski flying one of the French Air Force's extra 330 SCs. He's far ahead in the rankings. He ended up first in the known and in the free program. Look now as precision looks effortless. However, there's a small mistake in his free unknown sequence. The high wind nearly jeopardizes his last program. It's not enough to shuffle the results, and he stays at the top of the rankings. French military precision at its best. So time for the podium. Congratulations to our winners in the women's section, the American Melissa Pemberton and the Russian Svetlana Kaparina, for their very competitive performances. And so confirmation of the results for the winners of France first, Svetlana Kaparina of Russia second, Melissa Pemberton of the USA third.
Très content du résultat, un petit peu surprenant, c'est ma première participation à un championnat du monde, mais voilà, je réalise pas encore tout à fait, mais bon, voilà, quand même très heureux.
We hope you're as hooked as we were by these amazing FAI World Aerobatic